Okay, so preface, I'm going to be doing readings for the collective Divine Feminines in pursuit for their outer union. And on the flip side, I'm going to do another reading for the Divine Masculine on pursuit for their external Divine Feminine. Spirit really was pressing me to talk about this sort of outer connection and like what needs to shift and change for that to come into fruition for you. So if that's a journey that you're on, and you feel called to stay for my divine feminines, stick around. For my divine masculines, if you're seeing this video, you're gonna have one as well, and feel free to watch the other ones. Spirit said, disclaimer, not exactly who I'm reading for in these divine union readings are going to be matches for each other. Okay, so I'm gonna say that. And before I dive in, a little energetic exchange. If you feel called to either work with me, my readings are open. And additionally, the best way that you guys can support me is by subscribing to my newsletter. It's totally free. I send astrological insights to your inbox every Monday for the astrological forecast for the week ahead. Totally free. That's one of your ways that you can exchange energetically with me, and or giving me a follow on YouTube, my astrology YouTube account. I really am wanting to get to 1,000 followers there, so I'm just humbling myself and asking. So thank you if you do that for me. Thank you. I am a little frustrated, but I think that's a part of this message too, because it's the willingness to continue to do the work, right? It's the willingness to continue to move forward. You know, it's easy to get stuck in the sort of like, well, it didn't work, so I'm not going to try again. I get stubborn too. I'm a Taurus, so I feel this energy. But I am also at the same time grateful for the opportunity to re-record this for you guys, because I have a lot of clarity on the message and more direction with it. And I was just pausing to make sure that it was recording. But these two cards came out together, Calcification and Autumn. And this feels to me, the way I am interpreting this, is the luteal phase, the inner autumn phase. But also Spirit is asking you to look back at autumn of 2025, as specifically when Mercury was retrograde through Scorpio, from Sagittarius to Scorpio. There was something that was occurring there that I feel like is coming to closure here. These two cards coming together are inviting you to pay attention to your luteal phase in your cycle. When the luteal phase comes up within your menstrual cycle, your inner pattern, you are more prone to frustration, more prone to irritation, and there's an invitation here to really notice what is bothering you, what is making you want to like lash out tooth and claw at things, because ultimately that part of your cycle is showing you where you're still lacking boundaries. Okay, where you are letting things take advantage of you. And that's kind of this like, I don't want that. It feels very primal. It feels very like, why? Like, for example, I get frustrated when my cat like claws at my screen door, but it's because I haven't like replaced the thing. I haven't done the things necessary to negate that from happening, right? I'm more tolerable in different phases of my cycle, but there's this deeper invitation here of like, especially in relationships and like friendships, family, if you are exploring relationship with a partner, those frustrations that are coming up are invitations for you to really talk about boundaries. And that's a big part of this. We have Quicksilver and Tin. You are still in this phase. And again, I've been getting this like visual of like, you're just on the outskirts of this pattern finishing, right? Like you've moved through a lot of these things, but now it's kind of like, especially with Uranus going direct today, this kind of feels like, oh, now there's going to be movement. I've been reestablishing my values. I've been reestablishing my worth. And now it's time to speak about it. Because with Tin and Quicksilver, this is hinting to me that you have been really struggling with actually speaking your boundaries, actually saying them. And they've been a little bit more, it's almost as though when they come out, they're like, but it's okay, like if you don't want to, like it's okay, like the people pleasing is still there. And that's something Spirit really wants you to address, of like, communicating your boundaries and your worth. And this can show up in like increasing your prices, asking for a raise, and different things of like, I am worthy of more, right? It doesn't necessarily have to come from a relationship, but the practice of speaking your worth outwardly is going to help remedy and help this outer union come into form. We have Sun Splendor coming out as well here too. And this is like, you have the vision of union coming to mind, but these two were the Quicksilver and Tin came out together in tandem with that card, and it just feels like in order for you to get this and to achieve this, you have to do this. Now we have the Alchemical Wedding and rotation. Your inner union is changing, right? What came through when I was recording this previously, and now I'm recording this, is you have, it's like inner union is happening, but they're still at a disagreement. And there's a bigger picture happening here of Against Nature and Ouroboros coming out here that really is speaking to this. You have not been operating in relation to yourself in the way that you desire an outer partner to show up for you. Let me break it down. How you relate to your inner masculine, how you treat your inner masculine is the way you treat men. So if you are hard on yourself, or you don't have boundaries, or you don't hold yourself accountable for things that you desire to do. Again, the masculine is your exertion. It's your will. It's your desire to create, to do, to act, to move forward. If you look at that in a manner that is belittling or frustrated or getting mad that you're too rigid, right? So there's a discourse that's happening within you that is asking, again, to be addressed. These might even be boundaries within yourself of like, actually, no, like I'm going to be waking up at this time. Anytime I keep, like, I feel like it's like a married couple inside of you that's like, like your inner masculine is like, I'm frustrated. Like you said that you were going to do these things, and like I set the alarm and you snoozed it. And the inner feminine's like, yeah, but I just want to sleep more because I need more rest in order to create. And he's like, you're not going to be able to create unless you get up. There's discourse happening within you that is asking to be addressed. And this Ouroboros card is really saying like, these frustrations, these inner battles that are happening within you are the fuel for transformation, are the fuel that's going to lead you forward in this outer union, because it's still those pieces of inner union. And it's not, I heard the bickering's not as hard anymore. Like you're getting closer. It's almost like more tolerable, but there's still like needs that aren't being met within you that need to be met by you for you. And we have Jupiter at the bottom of the deck here, and I'm hearing like when Jupiter goes direct, which I believe is March 10th, there's going to be more clarity here. But again, this is the work for you, is really seeing like also your receptive energy right now is a little like a part of you is still acting very masculine, where it's like, I have to go and achieve and I have to go get the things that I want, instead of being like, I'm trusting things to come to me, that feminine nature. So it's like, if you're desiring a very masculine partner, you have to work on embodying some of those feminine qualities you wish to show in relationships. So having compassion for yourself, being soft, and yet again, but still having boundaries. So there's pieces, and the squares really like prevalent for me in this card as well, where it's like knowing, I'm like, this is like the void, like having it in a clear container where you're able to draw things in and it works for you. Okay, that's your work right now, is to really, really just take a peek at where there's still frustration and discourse. I'm gonna leave this here. If you want to dive deeper at my readings or